Celtic make it -16 in Govan with 17 games to go. Welcome back to Fog Football. Comprehensive, easy, struggle, difficult, whatever you want to call it. They got over the line, but is Brendan Rodgers going to take fire at the Celtic fans that were chanting for Lustig, Henrik Larsson, Kieran Tierney again, and also the big man, Scott Sinclair? What's your thoughts on it, Jambo Bear?
2-0 win. Simple.
I got it right. You predicted, I believe, 2-1 Dundee United,
I did, aye.
I predicted 2-0 Celtic.
Don't think it was cakewalk for Celtic, but in the end, 2-0 win. Simple as, really.
Simple as, yeah. But yeah, we'll get into the chants a wee bit later on. But we are here with a Celtic review. First Celtic review, apart from the Old Firm game, since... can't even remember. I believe the 0-0 draw at Tannadice. So, again, does that not highlight the problem, though, with Scottish football? I mean, all three of these games that we are getting this midweek happened like on the weekend of the 21st and the 22nd of December. They shouldn't be happening that soon to each other, man. Come on.
No, they shouldn't, but they are, so I mean, it is what it is.
It is what it is, right? Celtic, yeah, they started. Adair, right? I thought Adair was absolutely awful in this game. He just stands like a statue. The guy's no good enough.
Well, I mean, I've been saying this.
You know what? Though I said in the summer he scored the cup final goal, and he scored a lot of crucial goals on the way to lifting a league, right? So I think he earned the move, despite the fact I think they overpaid. But look at that.
No, they 100% overpaid.
I thought at the time, right? I know now, right?
I knew at the time it was. Norwich must be laughing themselves to sleep every night, man. They've robbed Celtic in $9.5 million here.
No, they have.
Absolutely robbed.
The guy was pish, didn't he? And
pish today, pish any other day. I mean, he's not even good enough to be the number 2 at Celtic. Some people think he's better than Kyogo. Mental.
Yeah, he's not better than Kyogo. That is for damn sure, man.
No, but at $9.5 million, he should be. If Celtic are spending $9.5 million,
or at least as good.
You need to be going into the first team. You need to be better than the player that starts currently in your position, and he's not.
Nowhere near it. I mean, you cannot cut the mustard, but...
honestly, I don't rate him any more than I rate the other guy. Oh. And you're going to turn and go, no, he's better than O. Is he?
He scored more crucial goals than O. But in terms of an overall player, I wouldn't say there's much in it.
Yeah, he scored more... yeah, but O wasn't really at Celtic to score crucial goals. When O was at Celtic, Rangers weren't there. You know, there was no real... Yeah, he'd have scored a couple of important goals last season when Rangers were in a title fight, but... I think during O's time it was always one-sided.
Was O not there last year?
He left in January, did he not? Or he never even got on if he was there. I mean, he never fucking featured, so how could he do anything?
They sold him in the summer. The Genk.
Well, he never done anything in the last part of the season.
There you go, though. He had the choice between Adair and O, and Big Brendan picked Adair, which just puts your theory out the window then, doesn't it?
What, so Rodgers thinks he's better than O, so that means he is?
Well, here...
Rodgers thinks Taylor's better than Kieran Tierney, so his opinion doesn't mean shit to me.
As Cher said, if we could turn back time and they could sub on O instead of Adair in that Hibs game, the Motherwell game, the Scottish Cup final...
You tell me O couldn't score that goal that he'd have scored in the Scott... Come on.
Well, what about the 2 penalties as well?
He probably scored them as well.
Maybe. Your hate for Adam Adair...
I know who I would rather have. O up front, pay $2 million for him, or Ida, 9.5.
Fair. Anyway, right, Trusty, you know what, he gets nutmegged here by Kai Foven.
And also,
it was a good recovery from him.
I would be interested to find out what O's appearances was in the final part of last season. I don't remember him playing a single game.
Well, we're not that interested, but Trusty heads clean off the bar here. Celtic could have been 1-0 up. They then get their goal. It was number 14. I believe it was Luke McCowan. He shoots... This was horrific defending.
It was Luke McCowan.
It was horrific defending here.
Well, it's not really... He just gives it away. I mean, I wouldn't really call it defending.
Well, I mean, clear your fucking lines, man.
Yeah.
If you're going to sit so low and so deep against Celtic, then you might as well clear the ball.
Decent shot for McCowan, but I think the keeper should probably do a bit better. Parries it straight into the box, and Dyson Maida, quick as to it, reacts. Typical... I mean, if anyone's going to react quicker to a ball, I mean, you do expect it to be Dyson Maida.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
In fairness. And it's a decent finish for Maida. Slots it in.
Good night. Makes no mistake about it. We then at this point hear songs about Larsson, Sinclair. We also hear songs about Lustig. I believe there was one again about Tierney, but that's what I was seeing on Twitter. Right, let's just talk about this because, I mean, honestly, is Rodgers going to pick a beef with every song they sing about a former player?
I think they're almost doing it now, maybe to troll Rodgers.
I think
he's opened a can of worms here.
But do you not honestly get the vibe from Brendan Rodgers that he definitely doesn't like a certain portion of Celtic fans?
I would say so, but going back to that thing, man, I'm not convinced. See, if Celtic fans are excited about signing Kieran Tierney, they should be allowed to be excited.
I know.
He's a great player.
They weren't like Greg Taylor get to fuck. I mean, they weren't singing that or something.
Yeah, I mean, if they're singing that, that's different. Like, but I think probably Celtic fans will start singing random names every week. Not even as a dig at Rodgers, but just to think it's a bit of banter now.
Yeah.
And see if Rodgers bites. I mean,
oh, Shane Duffy. Oh,
I don't think they'll be singing that name. That's one of the names that probably will not be sung at Celtic Park.
I seen a video earlier. Top 5 Celtic flops of all time. Shane Duffy wasn't on the list.
Well, there must be some bad Celtic flops then.
There was.
Although he was only a loan, wasn't he?
2 million loan though. A 2 million loan. Up there with Ramsey.
Bad, isn't it?
That is bad.
Although, well, there has been some bad. Like, what about a Jetty? It wasn't good.
No.
Barkas.
Who was worse out of Ramsey and Duffy? No, the difference is, I think Ramsey...
I don't think Ramsey really cost Rangers games, although people will say Europa League final, like, you know.
No, but no, the difference is, right? If Ramsey scores that penalty and someone else misses it, they're still going to say it's a flop, but it wasn't entirely on him. If Ramsey scores it and Rangers win the Europa League, it's the difference.
Yeah, but
nothing. Duffy was so bad across the season, he couldn't have done anything.
Yeah, Ramsey was just like bang average, wasn't he? Like at best,
scored a few goals, but
and he missed that penalty. But Shane Duffy was like a meme. It was like every game he was making mistakes that was leading to goals. So I'd say Duffy.
Anyway, that takes us to half time.
Although I mean, you could argue who performed worse. I'd maybe argue Duffy, but in terms of who's the bigger flop, then I think you could maybe argue Ramsey, because there was a period of time where, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Ramsey was like, especially that season at Arsenal, maybe considered to be one of the best players in the world, especially in his position.
See, I think it was 13-14. Ramsey, till he got injured, was one of the best midfielders in the world on form.
And I know it was a lot later after that he went to Rangers, but you just expect the quality of that player to...
He was on $400,000 a week at Juventus. I mean, Shane Duffy had no claim to that.
No.
Anyway,
but Shane Duffy's actually improved since leaving. It could have just been one bad year.
Yeah, Ramsey's nosedived.
You're saying that Celtic wouldn't take Shane Duffy back now?
No, they probably wouldn't.
Why not?
Probably wouldn't.
Would you take him at Rangers?
Fuck, of course I wouldn't. Anyway, Kai Fotheringham, right?
Do you think he's a bad player? Or do you think he just had a bad time at Celtic?
I think he just had it was just one of those seasons that was written in the stars. We got to do all those stars in your eyes. Anyway, right, Kai Fotheringham, he's a shot blazed over.
I'd take Prime Duffy at Hearts. Like.
Glenn Middleton has a shot saved by Schmeichel. Engels misses a chance. We have the substitutions. It's Dundee United are getting into it. There's a thing flicked down. Dalby just misses it. But then Celtic, they make it 2-0 with Tati, just as things were getting interesting. Absolutely kill the game. That is it. Full time. Not the greatest game, but here, you don't care. I mean, honestly... Celtic won 2-0. There was a wee bit of humming and hawing, but if Rodgers picks a beef with Celtic fans after this game for the different names being chanted, then I think Rodgers is looking away. I just don't understand what his problem is. Would you agree?
Nah. Well, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I wouldn't be surprised if Rodgers looks back at it and go, you know what, I probably shouldn't have said those comments.
Is he going to say that, though?
No, he's not going to come out and say that, but...
I'm not going to bite my tongue.
It's like... You can't just have a go at fans if they chant a player that isn't there.
No.
Now, I get it's a bit different between chanting Larson, a guy that's retired and never coming back, and it is to chanting Kieran Tierney, a guy that could come back and take the position of, one of your current starting 11 players. But at the end of the day, Kieran Tierney was great at Celtic, and he's a Celtic fan, and Celtic fans are entitled to be excited about a potential signing.
Rodgers probably wouldn't even be on a job if this was the case, right? But say they were in Rangers' position, like 13 points behind, 16, whatever, and he turns around and says that about chanting fans' names, or fans chanting players' names that aren't there. Imagine the difference.
Yeah, I think the things...
I don't think he'd say it.
I think you can say things about the fans, and I think you can make comments like that when you're winning and you're in front.
You start calling it the fans when things aren't.
Now
like
you can say Rodgers wouldn't be speaking like that if he was 16 points behind Rangers. I'd argue. I mean, actually, I know Rodgers wouldn't even be there if he was 16 points behind Rangers. So
anyway, that's where we're going to leave it, guys. Celtic 2.
Yeah, good win for Celtic. 1-0 was a bit squeaky. Dundee United improved a lot second half, so fair play to them.
It was a game without any controversy.
Aye, no controversy.
Celtic didn't get robbed. Dundee United didn't get
I
robbed.
thought Dundee United were solid, like, in terms of defensively, you know, only conceding 2 at Celtic Park, one of them coming pretty late. But first half, they were shite, weren't they? Like, toothless in terms of going forward. Second half, they improved.
They lost both halves, so.
Did lose both halves, but, you know what I mean? Fair play to them. They were a bit better in the second half. They made a game, it, which is all you can ask.
All you can ask. Anyway, guys, all we can ask is for you guys to smash that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Till then, peace.